With the arrival of Valentine's Day, love is in the air. For many, it's a celebration. But for others, it can be a painful reminder. And I'm not talking only about emotional pain, but real, physical pain. Yes, a broken heart can literally hurt. Psychiatrist and neuroscientist Yoram Yovell has devoted his life to studying why love can cause such an intense, deep sensation. A sensation that is felt in the chest, in the stomach, throughout the entire body. His interest is not only academic. When he was 14 years old, he lost his father to cancer. It was a devastating experience. He describes the pain as a crushing pressure in his chest, a real physical sensation that lingered for years. And this is where science becomes fascinating. Our brain processes emotional pain using some of the same regions that process physical pain. Functional MRI studies have shown that when a person experiences loneliness or romantic rejection, brain areas similar to those activated during bodily pain light up as well. In other words, the brain does not distinguish as much as we think between a physical wound and a broken heart. From an evolutionary perspective, this makes sense. In mammals, especially social species, the pain of separation serves a survival function. Research inspired by Jake Panksepp demonstrated that young animals separated from their mothers experience intense distress, which drives them to seek protection. Without that mechanism, they would not survive. Humans never lost that sensitivity. That is why we form deep bonds, and why we suffer when we lose them. Acute emotional pain functions like an alarm. It warns us that we are losing an important connection. But when that pain becomes chronic, it can evolve into depression and even suicidal thoughts. Here's something surprising. Research has shown that some common painkillers may reduce mild emotional pain. Scientists have even explored medications that act on the brain's opioid circuits to treat severe psychological suffering. Because yes, mental pain is real. It is not an exaggeration. It is biology. There is even a medical condition called Takotsubo syndrome, also known as broken heart syndrome, which can trigger heart attack symptoms. Now, why do some people remain in relationships that clearly hurt them? The answer also lies in biology and personal history. Early experiences can shape our attachment style. Some develop patterns of emotional dependency. Leaving those relationships hurts. But the most powerful antidote is connection, reconnecting with friends and family. The strongest bond we can build begins with self-care and healthy connections. Love can hurt, but the heart has an enormous capacity to heal. Emotional pain is part of our nature, but so is the capacity to love again. Happy Valentine's Day, and take care of your heart.